Bonjour. In this lesson, we're going to learn about les accents, the French accents. So French has 5 accents. Have accent aigu, accent grave, accent circonflexe, cédille, and tréma. The purpose of this lesson is to help clarify French accents, to explain the pronunciation, and to help you begin to use them in your reading and speaking. Accents have a huge impact on what type of sound the letter is going to make. The first accent is called accent aigu. It only appears over the letter E. Accent aigu can be found in the beginning, the middle, or the end of a word. The sound of accent aigu is A. It's an A sound, not A, but A. Let's look at some words that have accent aigu. For example, par exemple, the word étudiant. Étudiant. Okay. Next word is a word that you're familiar with. It's café. 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 And another word is téléphoner. Téléphoner. So you want to think of accent aigu as having a higher pitched tone to it. Okay. So that's the sound that it has. It has an A sound. The next accent is called accent grave. Accent grave can be found over the letter A, E, and U. Accent grave has 2 main purposes. The first purpose is to differentiate between homophone, and the second purpose is to change the pronunciation of the letter E. Next, let's look at how accent grave is used over the letter E. Over the letter E, accent grave makes a E sound. Think of the word in English, let, to let. Okay, that E sound in let, that's the sound that it makes. Let's find a word that sounds like this. So in the word après, après, and fidèle, fidèle, you hear that E sound each time. Après and fidèle. Think of accent grave as having a more lower pitched tone, après, okay, whereas accent aigu, A, accent grave has an E sound, okay? Hope that's helpful. Let's look at how accent grave is used over the letter U. U. Over the letter U, in these 2 words, ou and ou. One means or, one means where. So the accent grave doesn't really have an effect on the pronunciation. Rather, here it's the homophones that we're looking at. Okay, so ou and ou are homophones. One means or, one means where. Let's look at how accent grave is used over the letter A. So you have a and a. One is 3rd person singular of the verb avoir, to have, and the other one is a preposition. It means at, like at the beach. Okay, so the effect on pronunciation doesn't change. The pronunciation is the same for both. The distinction is in the homophone. Okay, the next accent is called accent circonflexe. It appears over the letters A, E, I, O, and U. Accent circonflexe has 2 functions. The first function, it differentiates between homophones, kind of like accent grave does, and accent circonflexe also replaces an S. So 50%, almost 50% of French words come from English. So where there used to be an English word, you will have an accent circonflexe. For example, in the word hospital, hospital, the French word for hospital is hôpital. So the S was dropped, and then you have now an accent circonflexe. In the word forest, forest, it became forêt in French. So they remove the S and replace with accent circonflexe. So anytime you see accent circonflexe, you know that that's what's happening here. It used to be an English word, and from there, it was made into a French word. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Accent circonflexe also distinguishes between 2 homophones, as in mur and mur. Okay? Same pronunciation, different meanings. The next accent is called a tréma. A tréma are 2 little dots that you'll find above the letters E and I. The purpose of the tréma is so that you can pronounce 2 vowels separately from each other, independent from each other. So let's take a look. The word Noël. Noël has a tréma above the E. So O-E. O-E. Noël. Noël. Okay, so here you hear the O and you also hear the A. In the word naive, naive. Okay, so those are separate. So we're keeping them separate. Naive, Noël, naive. Accent tréma is the accent that you'll see the least in French writing. So you probably don't have to worry about that one as much, but it's important to know as well. And the last accent is called a cédille. A cédille is only found under the letter C. Under the letter C, no other letter. It changes the pronunciation of the C from K to S. So it gives it an S sound. In the word leçon, leçon, okay, lesson. And in the word garçon, okay, so you're hearing that S sound. So without a cédille, the letter C is pronounced as a K in front of the letters A, O, and U, as in camion, culture, and couture. So now you've learned about the 5 French accents: accent aigu, accent grave, accent circonflexe, cédille, and tréma. What makes French French, what makes the writing, is the accents. Accents are not optional, so they have to be placed above the letter or under the letter if it's a cédille, unfortunately. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Au revoir.